Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling Rants Reviews. I'm Big Mike. This is episode 90. And in this episode, I'm just making a response video to Chris, BigChaChingChris, or Big Blue Cha-Ching, or, what you remember him as. He's got a cool thing going. I guess every week he's going to ask top 10 questions to random people in the YWC, and today it's my turn. So let's have at her. Question number 1. You're going to hear him speak, and then I'll answer it. So here we go.
With the first question. First question to you is, what did you enjoy the most growing up as a kid, Mike? Question number 2.
What did I enjoy the most growing up as a kid? I enjoyed growing up and vacationing. Well, it's not really vacationing. Every weekend in the summer from around May 4, which is what's going to be this weekend. We have Victoria Day holiday till our Thanksgiving, which is in October. We'd go down to the Lake Erie. We'd have a trailer there, in a little trailer park. And I remember doing that as a kid. I still do it. We still go to the same place. Over 25 years, been there. At least 25 anyways. It's great. It's small. It's homey. A lot of great friends. And I spent a lot of great time down there in the summer. Sea-doing, fishing, boating, swimming, hide and seek, going to the carnivals. Just hanging out, playing mini putt. All that good stuff. That's what I enjoy the most growing up as a kid, being able to do that. Here's question 2.
Besides wrestling, what are some of your biggest interests in life?
So my biggest interests in life, other than wrestling, are just sports in general. I'm very interested in sports. I'm interested in learning. I'm a nonstop learner. Whether I'm watching Discovery Channel or History Channel or reading books. Those are the other things I'm interested in. Other than wrestling, I'm interested in computers. I may not be the most knowledgeable or most savvy, but give me time and I'll tinker around. And yeah, those are the most things I'm interested in, I guess. Tough question, really, because I don't put much thought into it. But other than wrestling, I'd have to say that's it. Computers, sports, always learning, and yeah. Question 3.
Question number 3. I notice you're a big Ricky the Dragon Steamboat fan. Very good choice, because I love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat myself. He's definitely in my top 10. What is your favorite Ricky the Dragon Steamboat match and why?
Wow. Yes, I am a huge Steamboat fan. I don't know if you can see it there, but that's one of my autographs. This one was personal. I have another one that a friend gave me because he knew I was a huge mark for Steamboat. But this one I cherish. It's always on my desk right here beside me. But anyways, yes, my favorite match, my most memorable match. Now I look back and Steamboat Savage WrestleMania 3 got to be one of my favorites. Also, Ric Flair versus Ric Flair in Chicago in '89 for where he won his first championship. Great stuff. I love that match. But as a kid, I remember this one match. He fought Macho Man at Exhibition Stadium, was it? Or maybe Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. And he came down with the ring bell and crushed his larynx. And I remember that match. It wasn't my favorite match because of that. But it's the match that I remember the most. Because it was devastating. I thought my hero died. Or was going to die. And up until that point, it was a great match. So yeah, that match right there. Moving on to question 4.
Question number 4. What is your dream match? Like, who would you like to see happen that never happened? Like, 2 wrestlers that, if you could take a wrestler from back in the day out, or it could be 2, who would you like? What match would you like to gave you the power to? If
Okay, I had to fast forward a bit there because he rambled. I can't waste time because this is my second time actually doing this video. I went over like 20 minutes and I'm not good at editing. I couldn't do it. So anyways, my dream match. If I could take 2 people, I'm going to take Steamboat because he's my favorite. So take a guy from the past, put him in the future. Steamboat versus Kazarian. Kazarian, I'll take him from TNA. I think those 2 are going to have a great match. I really like Kazarian. I think there's 2 styles would be great. And I like to say Jericho from WWE. I know it already happened, but Jericho in his prime or Steamboat in his prime would have been a lot better than what they did at WrestleMania 25. Was it 25? Yeah. I think it would have been a lot better than that. Yeah. I'm going to pick Jericho and Steamboat in his prime from them. Moving on to the next question.
Vince McMahon gave you the power to run the WWE. What would be some changes you would make? Question number.
Okay. WWE gave me the power to be the Vince McMahon of the company. Changes I would make, I would put more emphasis on the tag teams. I would be more involved in wrestling and get away from the entertainment. I wouldn't worry about movies. I would worry about my in-ring product more so. I know you still got to have your storyline and mic time. That would be there, but it would be limited. And I'd probably bring back managers. I know they're trying to with Michael P.S. Hayes, but I would try and put them more in the forefront with certain wrestlers. Like, for example, like Daniel Bryan. Guy's the most amazing wrestler ever. Well, not ever, but yeah, pretty close. Like, the guy can wrestle. He's like one of the best in the world, if not the best. Top 3 right now, anyway. That would honestly say. Top 3 wrestlers right now. Him, Davey Richards, and I don't know. But anyways, Daniel Bryan needs a manager, so I'll bring back managers, tag teams, and just emphasize on the wrestling. And bring back the old school vignettes, kind of like what they're doing with Karma and Sin Cara. That's your way to introduce wrestlers. We don't need NXT. It's junk. Moving on to the next question.
Number 6. This is a good one because you talk about it a lot.
A good one.
Why do you think YouTube drama videos get the most views? Question number.
Why do I think YouTube drama videos get the most views? Well, I don't care if YouTube drama videos get the most views. You know, I'm just. But my rant is always the drama within the YWC. Why they get the most views. And why do I believe they get the most views? They get the most views for a couple reasons. One, everybody seems to be stuck in that bubble right now, where they don't know much more than what they're educated to, like WWE. So they only can talk about WWE so much because there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to WWE. People only talk about TNA. There's not so much. People at least got to be more rounded. And the people that don't know about ROH or Indies or you know, it's a time frame thing too. Gonna sit here and talk about 80s or the early 90s. A lot of guys on the YouTube right now or YWC don't know a lot about that because it's not their generation. So they're not gonna sit there and watch those type of videos or sit there and listen to knowledgeable stuff. They much rather watch for entertainment value. You know, I'm not saying anybody in WWE or the YWC doesn't know what they're talking about, but no one wants to watch wrestling videos. I don't know why. That's what we are. We're the YWC, not the YDC, you know, YouTube Drama Committee or whatever. And a lot of times the views may not even be that long. They may not even see the whole thing. You know, they're going to see the title. They're going to click. They might watch 10 seconds. As soon as you put it for a second, you get a view. And there's always responses in dramas, right? So in the comments, I'm going to say, oh, man, I think you're an idiot. Then they're going to get a response back. And then I'm going to respond, and you're going to respond. So that keeps generating views. So the views may not necessarily be me watching over and over and over, but responding. People like WWE much rather watch the storyline than watch good wrestling. That's why they want TV14 back. Watch my video from yesterday. People, like I said, are stuck in their bubble. If they get outside of WWE talk, a lot of people will watch. Like if I sit here and say, okay, I'm going to rant today about wrestling managers, people aren't going to watch because that's not what they're talking about. They much rather watch a John Cena video or a Rock video. When it comes to wrestling talk, they don't want to watch. But drama videos, sure, because it's entertaining. You got people just you know, throwing out their catchphrases and one-liners and fucking, you know, cutting people up, and what's not entertaining about that?
Number 7. Do you really think there's a heaven or hell? You know, people always talk about when I die, I'm going to heaven, or when I die, I'm going to hell. Do you really think there is a heaven or hell? Question number.
Do I really think there's a heaven or hell? I believe there's a heaven. I believe we're in hell right now. There's only one place to go, and that's heaven. And when you get there, you're judged. and you don't get sent to hell. You just you serve a rougher time, maybe, or you may be stuck in purgatory until you can prove yourself to get to heaven. I'm not the most religious guy, can't get into it, but yeah, I believe there's heaven. I believe we're already in hell.
Number 8. This is going to be a good one. As you know, Wrestling Jesus is my favorite shooter, wrestling video maker in the YWC. And pretty much, what do you think of Wrestling Jesus? What do you think of his videos? Be honest about it. It's all a matter of opinion here.
What do I think of Wrestling Jesus? I think Wrestling Jesus is entertaining. Everybody's entertaining when they got their mouth, when they speak a French Canadian, huh? When they always say everything sucks and that fucking blows. You know what I mean, huh? You know what? Fuck are you? Fuck, I don't know how we can do that. But anyways, on a serious note, I think Wrestling Jesus is fucking funny, and he is entertaining, because people run to him, they like to see his videos. But when it comes to wrestling, I think he's one of those guys that are stuck in a bubble. Because everything sucks. I don't like his videos because they're, John Cena sucks, huh? The wristband and the headband and the fucking, and Zack Ryder, everybody sucks. And John Morrison, you know what I mean, huh? Yeah, me and the Hulkster, huh? The Hulkster, my little sidekick, and the guy talks, but he never says nothing, huh? But that's all you get. Seriously, that's all you get. Everything sucks, and that's it. You're entertaining. I give you your props for that. But everything you say is like, oh, this sucks, and you're licking mad. Fuck are you. And that's it. So, when you're talking about wrestling, you don't. You just say things suck. So, anyways. And I don't know how you can say he's your favorite shooter, because he never shoots about shit. He just talks about, when he's not talking about everything sucking, it's always drama, So, moving on.
Question number 9. If you could choose a tag team partner in the IWWS, who would you like to wrestle against?
I fast-forwarded a bit, but I've seen this before.
The last and final.
If I could pick a member of the IWWS, a group that I'm involved in, to be a tag team partner, to fight any tag team, I would pick Mugger Baby, because we're both the same size-ish. I might have a few pounds on him. And we make a great tag team. We got good chemistry. We talk. We like a lot of the same things. And who we face, I would pick the Briscoes from ROH. It'd be a hard-hitting affair. Briscoes can really wrestle. And me and Muggs were just trying to take it to them hardcore, man. Just fight tooth and nail with these guys. And it'd be one hell of a fucking, fight. Pay-per-view for sure. Last question.
Pretty simple, pretty basic. What are some of your goals in life that you would like to achieve?
What are my goals in life that I'd like to achieve? I guess like anybody, I'm kind of simple. I'd love to be a millionaire. House in the hills, a fucking 50-foot Donzi. Whatever. I like to follow my dream as a wrestling manager and hopefully maybe one day make it. But reality, is what it is. I'd love to stay in the business somehow, whether I either start to promote my own indie shows eventually in the future and, try and make it a success, or keep going with the manager thing and hopefully maybe make it to even ROH one day, because I do care about it. It is a passion, but I know the drive for managers aren't there right now. And, so who knows? But I like to do anything, be creative part of WWE or something. That's my dreams. But in reality, I just want to have, a good career, family, and stay simple. And, still go to wrestling events. So that's it. Those are my 10 questions. I hope I answered them good enough. Even though this is my second time around, my answers may have been a little bit better the first time. But like I said, I had 15 minutes and I went like 18. And I couldn't find good spots to edit the video. So here it is. And I'm out. So until I see you on the next time, I'll see you on the flip side.